Aloha, and thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Nancy Lenz, naturopathic physician, licensed and board certified in the state of Hawaii, practicing over 15 years. Today we're going to be talking about the things you should always do and the things you should never do. In Sanskrit, this is an ancient language. They are called Yamas and Niyamas. Niyamas are the good things that you do for yourself. Things like drinking at least 4 quarts of fresh, clean, purified water every day, taking probiotics, multiple vitamins and minerals, getting lots of fiber in your diet, eating foods that are fresh and that are on the healthy list or they are organically grown. So the Clean 15, or eating organically grown fruits and vegetables. Eating unprocessed foods that are more natural, using turmeric and watching out for rancid oils. These are things that we should always do with our diet. Let's talk about some things that we should always avoid. These are called yamas. These are the bad things that you don't want to do. And it's really important that we have absolutes in our life. So there's things that we stay away from because we know that they give us trouble. For some people, we talked earlier about coffee, but for some people coffee is highly addictive and they shouldn't be recommended to drink coffee because they'll end up drinking 1 or 2 pots a day. But if you can limit yourself to just 1 cup a day, then coffee is not a problem for you. Likewise, recreational drugs and alcohol. Now, some people like to use these on occasion, but if you have become a chronic user where you're using drugs or alcohol daily or more than 3 or 4 times a week to help you cope with sadness, depression, loneliness, or to help you go to sleep and help you cope with anxiety and those types of things, then you really want to take a look at your use of recreational drugs and alcohol. These are toxins and they're very hard on the liver. I found this out when I was early in my practice. I had a patient come to me and she basically was starting to have the beginnings of cirrhosis of the liver. So I realized I'd have to counsel her on her drinking alcohol. But I was shocked when she told me that she didn't drink any alcohol. She just smoked pot every night to go to sleep. So I had to explain to her that the use of this recreational drug was causing damage to her liver, much like an alcoholic who drinks excessively, causing cirrhosis, damage to their liver, and that she was going to end up very ill and maybe need a liver transplant even. And this was enough for her to just quit, and she did, and her liver got healthy and back to normal with some detox protocols similar to the ones that we're going to be doing here. Because the problem is when a person habitually uses drugs and alcohol, it can lead to them having more diseases like high blood pressure, stroke, and heart disease, having problems with their blood sugars, their immune system becomes weak, and they also have a higher risk of developing cancers as well as having accidental death. So really we want to take a good look at that, be honest with yourself about, is what you're doing a habit or is it just an enjoyment? We also want to do the same thing with sugar. Some people are highly addicted to sugar, cannot eat small amounts of it without it triggering off a psychological and physiological response that creates a craving for them, that they have to continue to eat more and more and more sugar to the point of having diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol and other problems with their health. So, sugar, it causes aging. It's very highly processed. There's tons of books about sugar and why it's bad for you. It's, so purified to the point of being like a heroin or a morphine drug. So really take a look at, can I eat sugar, once or twice a week and it's no problem? Or do I get triggered and I'm eating a whole bag of something or a whole container of something because I ate that one first bite of sugar? Stay away from that first bite of the sugar. Another thing that people take too much of is salt. Salt has damaging effects on the kidney and can lead to and a lot of aging as well, and damaging your kidney, which is another, we haven't talked about it much at all yet, but we're going to talk about detoxification of the kidney, because your kidneys help to detoxify toxins from your body. And let's face it, nobody wants to end up on dialysis. So keeping our kidneys healthy is of paramount importance, and we'll be talking about that because salt stresses the kidney and can lead to damage. And then the last thing we'll mention is drinking water, which is unpurified. And we'll be talking a lot in our lessons about how you can test your water if you have well water, if you have municipal water, and find out if the water that you're drinking and using on your body is good for your health or is actually contributing to your heavy metals and other toxins entering your system. So for now, I'll leave it at that, and I hope you'll be joining me soon for more on detoxification. You can find me on drlins.com. Aloha and hui hou.